Advisors Chairman Stephen Miran. And, Stephen, the naysayers have been pushing back on everything the administration has tried, and yet here we are. So let's talk about these accomplishments for the first 200 days.
Thanks. It's great to be here. And look, the president has accomplished so much in the first 200 days. Whether you're talking about restructuring the global trading system to put American workers and American businesses first for the first time in decades, putting us on fair ground vis-a-vis the rest of the world, securing commitments to invest hundreds of billions, trillions of dollars in the American economy, passing the One Big Beautiful Bill with its huge tax incentives for investing in the United States, investing in new equipment, new factories, new R&D, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, on Social Security. Or you're talking about the president's aggressive deregulatory agenda, cutting red tapes so that American businesses can produce what and where they want instead of begging permission from Washington, energy abundance, lower energy prices for everyone. It's just win after win after win from President Trump.
What's been amazing to me, it's promises made, promises kept. I know we're not used to it. The president runs on tariffs, and he announces tariffs, and the world, and well, not the world, but the establishment loses its mind. Both sides of the aisle, they push back, and it feels like for far too long, Washington, D.C. has hitched its wagon to corporate America and not the heartland. I feel like that's one of the biggest differences with this administration. They promised middle America they would come to the rescue, and they're trying to do that, right?
Oh, absolutely. This is 100% promises made, promises kept. The president is fulfilling on every single pledge he made on the campaign trail and doing it very successfully. And as you point out, the doom-mongers and the panicans have been wrong yet again. They all predicted that our tariffs would incur massive retaliation from our trading partners, that they would try and punish American firms and American businesses and workers for it. And nothing could be farther from the truth. There's been almost no retaliation to date whatsoever. It's been a massive success for American workers.
Let's talk about the timeline now, because the deregulation part of this, I think, is as important. It's not as sexy, right? And it's hard to quantify, or at least, the big, beautiful bill, if it's made it through, the timeline as, to when people can actually start to say, hey, we've heard these announcements, $600 billion, $750 billion. They've added up to trillions of dollars. And now people want to start to see rigs and Caterpillar equipment moving things around. What's the timeline now?
Yeah, I think you're going to start to see that very soon, and in coming months, actually, for a couple of reasons. One, people were waiting for the tax bill to get passed. Just a few months ago, there was this fear that we'd have the biggest tax hike in American history that would send the economy careening into a recession. That didn't happen, and in its place, we have not only huge tax cuts in the One Big Beautiful Bill, but powerful incentives for investment, no full expensing on equipment and new factories. That means that people were waiting for the bill in order to start their projects. Those projects are getting underway now. And as you mentioned before, we've had trillions of commitments to invest in America. That money is just pouring in. So I think we're going to see a material uptick in economic growth in the very near term as the full effects of these start to settle into the economy.
Stephen, I got to tell you, again, as an admirer of your work before you joined the administration, and you guys have done an amazing job. Thank you.
Thanks. We do what we can for America and the president.
Absolutely.